Good morning. January 24th, Saturday. You could be sleeping, but oh no, people send you text messages, and then your phone bings and bongs. Yeah, so it goes. We're streaming, and it's supposed to be a simulcast over two networks, Facebook Live, and oops, just lost Facebook. I don't know. They've changed some of their requirements, and I don't understand, commercial and personal and all that kind of stuff. I'm aiming my SM7B, the finest. Looks like it's kind of like being in the dentist office where you got the x-ray machine aiming at your mouth and throat, the back of your neck, your spinal cord. But everything's good so far. There's my warm coffee. Having coffee this morning instead of hot tea. Hot coffee with a couple teaspoons of sugar. Oh my God. Well, my doctors don't want me to do that. And a healthy, I would say probably 4 ounces. 4 what? 4 ounces of cream. It's not cream, it's 4% milk. But today we call it cream. RFK Jr. is kind of like revising all this milk stuff. Where 1% milk fat and 2% milk. It's like milk is supposed to be 4%. That's what half and half is today. No, it's not half and half, it's milk. When I grew up, it was 4% milk. 4% milk fat is what that means. So anyway, I use about 4 ounces of milk. Yep. There's about 70,000 people without power right now, and it's growing. It was 40, it was 50, now it's 70. One of the biggest problems with, power is the use of personal generators. Whoops, I hit the wrong. This is being run by me, myself, and I. And sometimes me hits the wrong button. I like to be right in the middle over here. Marilyn's in the room here with me, so the light is a little brighter than normal. Let's see if I can turn it down a little bit. Oops. There we go. Turn this down a little bit. That's too bright. There we go. The biggest problem with running out of power is the use of generators. And, people, generator where it's a gasoline engine and you have exhaust fumes, and embedded in exhaust fumes is an odorless chemical. It's odorless. Carbon monoxide. And when you breathe that, you die. Because, CO2 makes you cough and gag. So that gets you out of the way. Because you'll run away from CO2 or turn your other direction because you gag. I don't know how else to call it. But carbon monoxide doesn't have a smell, so you breathe it. You think it's normal atmospheric nitrogen and oxygen, which both those chemicals are odorless. And carbon monoxide is in that atmosphere if you're near a generator. And what happens is it sticks to your red blood cells like oxygen does. But since carbon monoxide is attached to that platelet, it no longer can help you feed your organs with oxygen. So you essentially suffocate. You suffocate yourself. And since you can't smell it, you don't know to run away from it. So do not put your generator in your garage, even if the garage door is open, because the carbon monoxide will seep through the walls into the attic, and then it will go down from your ceiling into your living room, your bedroom, or your kitchen, and then you'll be breathing carbon monoxide, and then eventually you're just going to collapse and go to sleep. You'll fall down on the floor, and then you'll go to sleep, and you will not wake up. Yeah. So if you're going to use a generator, you have to put it outside of the garage. Yeah. And you point the exhaust, out of the engine away from the house. And have enough extension cord so you can move the generator out about 8 feet away from the house. And it may be out in the middle of the snow. Well, tough crap. If you can't operate the generator that way, then don't use the generator. Do not use the generator in the garage. You will die. I don't know what else to say. So you're listening to me in Kansas City, or I'm looking at all these live broadcasts, Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is 9 degrees. Ouch, that's cold, 9 degrees. My freezer is -7, and I can put my hand in there for really quickly. I've been living down here in Florida so long my hands get cold just thinking about what's going on. As a matter of fact, I think I'll put on one of these gloves because I'm watching all this freezing stuff going on. And it's making my hand get cold. So I have one on and one off. Yeah. Okay, so what happened? Other than this ice and snow and travel warnings, just stay in. When it's 9 degrees outside, or 20 degrees or 0 degrees or whatever the hell degrees are, you're in it's Saturday. You're in the middle of one of the worst winter storms in the history of, probably in the last 50 years. You have to watch out for power outages. You have to watch out for, with freezing rain and sleet and snow, the power lines become heavy, oddly enough. Heavier than they're supposed to be, and the lines will break. A lot of the power outages because the lines break. So now you got a live wire that's bouncing around the ground, perhaps, and you could get electrocuted. So, just stay in, if you're in this impact area of the 30 or 40% of the United States. South Florida, not a problem. It is 80 degrees outside, 80.4 degrees. You can see it right here. Sort of through my cables. And let's see if I can get this out of the way. Now you can see. It's a little out of focus. 80.4 degrees. And it's 68.5 in here, so it's a little bit chilly. So I'm watching all this ice and snow, and I'm getting cold just by watching it. Anyway, so what happened? What else happened? Well, it just so happens that Mega Millions had a drawing last night, and let's do it the way I have it on my chart. There you go. Can you see it? No, you can't see it. I have to shrink it up a little bit. There we go. That's the magic number. 30, 42, 49, 53, 66, and the Mega Millions golden ball, which looks yellow, is 4. Check your tickets. I have 2 tickets. One pays $20, and the other one pays $21. That's my grand prize. No grand prize winning for me. All right, let's now look at this chart. And look at that. I have figured out how to put the balls that look like balls in the results. And that was the result of January 23rd, which was yesterday. And there you go. And my spreadsheet is the balls. So now I'm going to go back through prior Mega Millions and substitute this typed text with these nice balls. I like it. Yeah, it was an experiment. Just so you know. Whoops. See, I had this one. And I had my choice between that and that. You see, here it is. Right from Lotto Central. And I just captured that part. Yep. Mega Millions. So we have the balls with a white background, and then we have the balls with a red background. And since my spreadsheet is on white paper, I chose this one. Yep, to insert into my spreadsheet, because I gave her permission to accept the graphics inside the text part of my spreadsheet. Yep. Here's at 6:53 this morning. You can see a lot of snow. I've experienced that kind of snow, where you got 6-8 inches hanging on the back end of your car. That's like some kind of a fin on the back of the car. And the snow is piled all over the top. And of course, it's all into your windshield wipers, and yeah. So that was a capture at 6:53 a.m. somewhere. Look at that. Oh my God. That looks really bad. There's the image I took off of that. Over 8,000 flights canceled. More than 8,000 flights canceled across the U.S. As we begin with our weekend. So there's a picture. There's another picture, which is on DeWitt Street. And the other street, I can't tell. And if somebody can tell me what city that's in, that'd be nice. That's a house. The street is curving around DeWitt Street. I wonder how many DeWitt Streets there are. You want to find out? Here we go. D-E-W-I-T-T. Oh, come on. All right, DeWitt Street. Let's hit this search engine. That could be Port Charlotte, Florida. I don't think so. We're looking at all the DeWitt Streets. It could have been. It could be Utica, New York. Syracuse. Oh, it could definitely be Syracuse. Yeah. Syracuse gets that lake effect snow. I'll see more images. Let's see if we can. Sebring, Florida. Syracuse, New York. Syracuse, New York. 619 DeWitt Street. DeWitt Street, Utica, New York. Buffalo, New York. This is DeWitt Street in Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. DeWitt Street, Albany, New York. There we go. Up there's my kitty fountain. Yeah. I wonder where it is. Tracking results. Let's see. I have to save that. Because it took me... See, now I finally have... It departed from origin. Now it went through, look at all this. Arrived, it shipped on Wednesday. It departed from the sort facility in mainland China at 39 minutes after midnight, local time. It arrived at a sort facility in mainland China at 2:48 a.m. At 5:03 a.m. it left mainland China, and shipment is in transition to next facility. See, it's moving around through the various stages in its preparation for export. Yeah. To the United States. international flight has departed. There we go. See, I guess it looked like a sneaker. That's supposed to be an airplane. The line is a runway. The plane took off. And this is the international sign for the plane coming down. Hopefully not at that angle. And there's the runway. Yeah. So when it arrives at destination, and this happened, 11 a.m. China time. I'm going to assume they're ahead of us in time, like I have a day. So, the plane could be in the air 5 hours as it, flies almost over the North Pole and comes down into, maybe Anchorage, Alaska. That's a big international arrival place when it has merchandise that has to be checked in with customs. And, Kansas City, that whole world, international, global, it's right smack in the middle of the country. The flights could, just temporarily be locked up and sit in Anchorage and then take back off, fuel up, take back off, and go to the middle of the country into, Kansas City. We'll find out. Later today we should find out, because that flight's going to come down, and then it's going to be, that's going to be the next, then it goes by courier on a truck, and then it arrives at my destination. And my guessing is, so it's, it's actually, I could, in theory, I could get it Monday afternoon. A few days ago, when it was in one of these earlier stages, I was figuring Wednesday. But since it's in the air, it took off. Would mean that it is dealt with the export customs, which is, they have to inspect, the pallets. It's got all these little kitty stainless steel. It has this. It's. Let's see if I can show you. Here's my order. Let's go back in the order. There it is, right there. No, that's the filters. Gosh, so complicated. It's this. 3 more images. Well, there's a kitty drinking out of the little. It's really a marvelous little device. Yeah. I needed 2 of them. 1 for each cat. They don't like drinking out of the same water fountain. Go figure. Cats rule. So, anyway, there's DeWitt Street. We're going to say that's Buffalo, New York. Known for getting feet of snow, as you can see. Look at that. That's got like 3 feet of snow. Look at the car. The piled up snow is higher than the car. When you drive around, you're like in a mousetrap, because you can't see over the mounds. So when the streets are plowed, you have to approach an intersection very slowly. or else you could crash into another car. Best thing, don't drive. If you don't need to drive, don't. Marilyn has left me to my own. Yep. To my own devices. There's the Mega Millions numbers. There it is officially. There it is in green and white with little balls, which is what I saved. And I have back here. Here we go. I have historical. Here's that's covered up. Let's see. I can strip out each one of these and put them in my spreadsheet. Yeah. So this one is the lottery logo thing is in the way of ball number 49. So I'll get that another way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 6 lottery drawings as early as December 9th. So this is now into 2026. You see this right here. There's January 2nd, January 6th. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Click here for the entire lottery history. Yeah, I have to do that on my phone. Yeah, this is a picture of the screen of my phone, as you can see. Yep, I took that off at 6:19 a.m. Yesterday morning. Yep, yesterday morning. And it looks like we were invaded yesterday morning. It's Friday morning, yeah. January. Friday the 23rd. Robotaxis in the news. Look at them doors. They are getting ready for mass production. They've made a number of these, and they're all over the country, driving around, self-driving in a variety of cities all over. There's no driver in there because there's no steering wheel, and there's no brake pedal, and there's no accelerator pedal, and no steering wheel. Just a screen in the middle, and 2 seats, and a big trunk. And they've manufactured, I'm going to guess, like 1,000 of them. And they are shipping them to a variety of major cities, and letting them drive around. They could have chase cars, meaning a car behind it, which has a Tesla employee watching it to make sure it doesn't crash into something. But it's self-driving. The chase car may have the ability, it may have a couple of people in there, if there is a chase car. One that can by remote control, stop it in case it was getting ready to run over a bunch of people or something. All of what I just said is a complete guess. But Tesla's getting ready to, this is a robo-taxi, designed as a robo-taxi. They have determined by a huge database that 92% of all when you call up on your phone, you need an Uber, for example. 94% of all Ubers have 2 people or less. Most often one. Take me to the airport. Take me and my husband to the airport. Now the other 6% would be take me, my husband, and my 2 children to the airport. In which case, this vehicle would be unsatisfactory. If you have 4 people, then you would get into Cybercab. Because that would be a Model Y or a Model 3 that could take 4 people. But the robotaxi can only take 2. And I think the Cybercab, has writing on the sides like Cybertruck. It is basically a Model Y or a Model 3 that has a steering wheel and has, brake pedals and so forth to actually, drive the car with a regular human driver, as opposed to the driverless full self-driving software package. We are using the we are using the full self-driving software. We put in the address of where we're going, or just tell it where we want to go, and it will take you there. And it does it. And then after we have lunch, I push a button that says home, and it takes me home. It's now taking us and entering into the garage, and I'm wondering if it's going to take us to parking spot 266. I have tried to update the exact address of home to include the parking spot number. Yeah. I've yet to permit the car to go that far, just by choice. It went up the ramp, it went down this way, it missed columns, it did not hit any columns, and it went around, and when it was getting ready to park, there was another car coming down, and I just broke it away. I figured, you know what, let's just stop this full self-driving experiment and let this other car go by. The software would have probably let the car go by anyway. I don't know, it was just the first time that we allowed the full self-driving to be in the garage. It's getting used to this full self-driving. When you live in a condominium with 200 people, 200 families in the building, and you're in a structured parking garage, and I'm 4 levels up, so the car has to go clockwise around 4 times, and then straight into parking lot, spot 266. But, it likes to back into everything. So it was going to pass the spot, and hopefully it would have backed into 266. If it does, that'd be great, because I hate parking and unparking the car in the garage because of the columns and the other cars, and So if you can do that, man, I'll tell you what, I will be the first to report it to you. We may try it this weekend. We're going to go to lunch somewhere in a couple hours. Once Marilyn tells me where. It's her choice today. I picked last Sunday or Monday, so it's her turn to pick. As long as it's within 10 miles. I don't want to drive to Miami for lunch. Yeah, no, that's 55 miles away. Yeah. Dallas, Texas. Temperature is 9:01 a.m. there. And the historic winter storm stretches 2,300 miles. And it's like 10 degrees or something. Yeah, you look at the map, it's not good. Yeah. No. In case you all want to see the current map, I thought for sure I saved a picture of the map. I guess I didn't. Well, maybe it's not in favorites. Maybe it's in just recently saved. Oh, there it is. It's in recently saved. Need to put a heart on that. I'll tell you who he is. He sold TikTok to an American company without fear of... There we go. So now we go to... go right here and then hit favorites. There we go. Now we see the extent of the storm. As you can see on your screen, I'll make it a little bigger if I can. Yeah. Bring it over here. Make it a little bit bigger if I can. There you go. This is an image of Flipboard. Yeah. Yep. Washington goes down into half of Virginia. Oh, wait a minute, that's North Carolina. Tennessee. Wow. Yeah, Washington, New York. Syracuse, Boston, all of that, yeah. Buffalo, you know, that's all right there in the lake. It didn't have enough room to put Buffalo in there. Syracuse is good enough. That gets cold. They get like 7 feet of snow a year. Buffalo gets 6 or 7 feet of snow a year. So now maybe 9 or 10 feet of snow. There's the FEMA administrator trying to deal with all the historic winter storms. I think you hear Marilyn on the telephone. There we go. Former Iowa superintendent pleads guilty to falsely claiming he's a U.S. citizen. Here's a guy that went through the county system in Iowa and went up to the point he aspired to the position of superintendent of the school system, and he's not even a U.S. citizen. So I guess he's gonna get deported. because, they what do you call it, arrested him. And, in the courts, and apparently before it actually got before a jury, he pleads guilty. They made a deal with him. So I don't know whether the deal means he doesn't get deported to wherever he came from illegally. So he's been an illegal alien that became superintendent into schools in Iowa. So he's saying goodbye to his little students in front of the TV cameras. The audacity of these people. White House in China finalized a deal to sell the U.S. TikTok business to investors that are approved by Trump, meaning that there's no data breach to the communist government, because there's like 100 million Americans that are in the TikTok system. Yeah, this is the the westerly part of the storm. And then I have another image, which is the easterly part of the storm. Julie Emerson has dropped out of the U.S. Senate race, and she's throwing her support to Representative. She's an existing Representative, Letow. Let's look her up. So we can highlight her name and look up. And she is a GOP candidate. She is in the Louisiana Senate race. And Trump is backing her over existing Senator Cassidy. Ooh, jeez. And the other lady that was running against her has jumped out and is backing Letow. So you got all kinds of people that don't want Bill Cassidy to get another term. He's a medical doctor, senator, and he's always, he's not on the same wavelength as Trump. So Trump wants him out and wants Letow in, according to Truth Social. She says, "Today I'm announcing my candidacy for the United States Senate, challenging Bill Cassidy." And the other lady, apparently, these people jump out because they can't raise money. So this is a little bit old news. It's January 20th. It's 4 days old. So she's in. The other lady is out. And she's... Now, Bill Cassidy says, "I'm not running for re-election." Then this Letow woman, has an even better chance. This is all primary stuff. Yeah. Now, Letow is an existing Louisiana 5th Congressional District House of Representative person. There she is. And she won a special election following the death of her husband, who died from complications of COVID before he could be sworn into office. Oh, God. So, Letow became the first woman elected to represent Louisiana in Congress. Wow, first woman. Jeez. Provincial southern state, only the gentlemen ran. The women stayed home and raised babies. Just making that up. Representative Julia Letow, a Louisiana Republican, at Capitol Hill on Wednesday, March 1st, 2023. This is a Getty image. There you go. She looks happy as she's talking with other congressional people. President Trump calls Letow a total winner, a great star, as he says on Truth Social, backing her bid. Now she's running for senator, and Trump is backing her for the Senate, because that position opens up in 2026 in November, apparently. And Cassidy, 66 years old, was one of 7 Senate Republicans who voted to convict Trump of impeachment. Oh, God. So, he's no friend of Trump anymore. No. Yep, okay. That's the end of my speed reading on this topic. X out of that. There we go. That was my lookup. You see how easy it is when you, even with picture files. Putin meets with envoy. Look up. I tell you, all right. ABC News. Let's touch that one. Putin meets Trump. Now we can capture it with the image and everything. There's the beginning of a 1 minute and 35 second video clip from ABC News, which we will not. Let's see. We have that right there. Show and reader. There we go. So now it eliminates all the ads and all that stuff. There's the picture. The caption, Russian President Vladimir Putin discusses the settlement with Ukraine and Donald Trump's envoys during a marathon overnight talks. Yeah. And the Kremlin insisted that the territorial issue needs to be resolved to reach a peace deal. In the meantime, the Kremlin continues to bomb the hell out of Ukraine. And the Ukrainians continue to bomb the hell out of Moscow. Yeah, they've been bombing Moscow. Much to the surprise of Vladimir Putin. Kremlin meeting, which lasted to 3 a.m. Friday, came hours after the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky sharply criticized his European allies Thursday for what he cast as their slow and fragmented response to Russia's nearly 4-year full-scale invasion. Yeah. You know, Russia they can stay in this war. You know, they expected this to be over in 3 days. Well, it's been 4 years. It's 4 days, and 4 years instead of 4 days. They thought it was going to be quick. Turned out to be not so quick. The Kremlin's, the Ukrainians have they're fighting for their country, as opposed to, they don't want to be taken over by communist, they have a form of democracy with elected officials, not dictators. And that's the way they want it. Well, they're going to have to give up part of their lands, and people will flee and move out, and because Russia's going to get some property out of this, or else they're not stopping. And who's going to stop them? The last thing Trump wants is a war with Russia. Some kind of conventional war, non-nuclear war with Moscow. That's a war that you just pour bodies in the toilet because no one wants to win it, and no one is willing to. There are sides that want to win it, but they're not willing to go all out and use even nuclear weapons to win it, because half the world would get destroyed. Yep. And you won't be able to move back for 10,000 years because of radioactivity. That kind of threat. So the Ukrainians are going to have to come up with their own resolution. Trump is not going to fight this war for them. No boots on the ground. We're supplying him with munitions and training and all that kind of stuff, but we're not, there are people come over to, like, Poland and learn how to use certain munitions. Our guys aren't going into Ukraine at risk teaching Ukrainians. No, not on campus. No. So that's what's going on there. X out of that. See, just by highlighting the words in a picture like this from a Flipboard, we can reach the article. Here we go. Here's New York. This is Saturday. This is the late city final, Saturday. Cloudy, 19 degrees. And this is the cover of their newspaper, which costs on the street corner $2.50, something like that. $2. There's the price right there in the corner. As blizzard approaches, Mr. No Fun Zoran will force kids to attend school no matter what. Frosty the Zoman instead of Frosty the Snowman. Oh, God. And the kids are crying because they have to go to school, no matter what. Let's, the bottom right corner of that image has been expanded. See the little girl covering her eyes? You can see her there. No sledding for you, despite the fact that New York City is slated to get up to 16 inches of snow on Sunday. Mayor Mondami says Monday will still be a school day, not a snow day. Well, easy for you to say before the snow hits and the city comes to an entire halt. Even if in-person classes are canceled, instruction will happen remotely, like during COVID. Kids and some parents wondering why he is being so much of a pain in the butt. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. In my opinion, we'll see what happens tomorrow. The storm isn't supposed to hit them until tonight, tomorrow. This is the Mega Millions jackpot. It's rolling over. No one has won the 266 million. So therefore it rolls over. That's why it says roll over. And look at the balls I got in there for yesterday. I finally figured out how to do that. Yeah. Anyway, looking down at the potential for Tuesday's draw on January 27th, which is 3 days from now, because the lottery, the Mega Millions, is rolling over to 285 million, according to lottery officials. That will be the estimated jackpot if there's a single winner, as you can see in the top of my column caption right there. 285 million. Moving across so we can see the column captions. There we go. The winning numbers, we don't know them yet for Tuesday, Friday. So this will be Tuesdays on the 27th. That's where the diamond is in this row. In row 18, 16, row 16. There you go. Which means this thing is rolled over 16 times. Because the first one, started out at 50 million on December 3rd. 16 rollovers ago. Let's get back in here. So we want to zero in, see the column captions, and the bottom number. So the jackpot lump sum, okay, the net present value of the future cash flows of this lottery is 130 million. That is the net present value of this proposed $285 million lottery, Mega Millions. The lump sum would be 130 million in round numbers, 130,300,000. You don't actually get that because Uncle Sam, that would be what would show up on your tax return. Yep, on your tax return, it would say $130 million, 300,000 income for 2026. Would immediately put you in to the 37% tax bracket. And Uncle Sam will hold 24% as a withholding. So if 24% is the withholding tax, that means 76% is what's left over. So 76% of 130 million, 300 is 99,028,000. Yep. After the withholding, federal withholding tax is 24%. Now this 99 million is the check you'll get the day you earn in your ticket. But know this. After the 37% federal tax is paid, you'll only end up with 82 million. Oh, poor baby. So if you get all the numbers with this two, and you elect the lump sum, after tax will be 82,089. That's after the 37%. So there'll be when you receive the 99 million, you're still going to owe 17 million because they withheld 24%. Your tax is going to be 37%. That means there's 13% hanging out there. Yeah. Well, 13%, is about $17 million. So if you receive the 99 million, you better put 17 million in the side pocket because Uncle Sam is going to be looking for that when you file your taxes on April 15th. Okay? Just saying. Now you can send him that 17 million anytime you want. So you don't have to worry about it. And put it in a savings account. Let me show you what happens. 17 million is a lot of money. Whoops. 17 million, right? You're watching this. Times 0.04. Truist has a promotion. Open up account in Truist Money Market account. They'll give you 4%. Whoops. I didn't do that. 17 million. Times 0.04 equals. Now, the difference between, January and February, that's a quarter. So we're going to divide this by 4. So between January and April 15th, January, February, March, April. So you got roughly, 3 months, 2 months and a couple of weeks. There'll be at least $150,000 in interest if you won the lottery on January 15th instead of next week. It'd be 170,000. So let's say it's 160,000 is a lot of money. So you can save, put it in a savings account at money market, and then when you write a check for the 17 million, there'll be 160,000 left over of interest, and you can give that to Aunt Louise or something. Yeah, because after all, you're going to end up with 82 million in the checking book. Yeah, because tax. What is the column caption for this one? It says, jackpot after the 37% federal income tax. So if you're the lucky winner, in Florida, for example, where there is no state income tax, then after you pay the 37%, you're good to go. There's no more tax, income tax anyway. So coming down the bottom, 82,089. That's a lot of money. You divide that up into 4 banks. That's 20 million per bank. Phew. Unbelievable. I'm putting on a little hydrocortisone cream on my upper chest, which is itching me for some reason. Rather, I put a little cream on there while we're talking. All right, so if you did opt for the annuity, you know, we're making a guess now. January 27th, the lovely young couple in their 30s, and say, well, honey, why don't we think about the annuity? It'll pay us $4,289,000 on day one, and then next year we get another check for $4,500,000, and then the year after that we get another check for $4,700,000, and we keep getting these checks. They're increasing by 5% each year, which is not a bad automatic pay increase. And you add it all up, and it's $285 million. That's how you win the $285 million. You accept the annuity and the 29 annuity payments. Remember, you get the first payment day one. Just like if you accepted the lump sum, you would get $99 million on day one, and have to pay $17 more million in tax, so you end up with $82 million. Poor baby. But if you do the annuity, you get $4,289,000. And you can see that is the initial payment, day one. There we go. I'm shrinking this up a little bit so you can see the column caption. I was very careful to word the column caption the way it should read. This will be the first payment. You get it as soon as you turn in your tickets and you sign a declaration saying, I want the annuity because I am the jackpot winner. They give you a check for $4,289,659 and a few pennies, probably. They get it to the penny. I am not showing pennies. It's just, more decimal places, I just rounded to the nearest dollar. 49 cents gets rounded down. 51 cents, 658 becomes 659. Yeah. So you either round down or round up. It's round to the nearest. And that's the 4. I guess 50 cents you round. I don't know what happens to 50 cents. I think it rounds up, if I had to guess. Anyway, but you can see the 3 payments. You get the initial payment, and the second payment, and the third payment. So that's 3 payments, but it's only 2 years, because you're getting the $4,200,000 day one. 1 year plus a day, you get another check for $4.5 million. 2 years plus a day, you get another check for $4.7 million. See how it's growing 5%, and so on, and so on, and so on, until the last payment that you get, the 29th payment, it's like 15 million something. So these payments keep on going, getting higher and higher and higher. I'll show you the spreadsheet, since we're talking so much about this. Here's just let me squeeze this up a little bit. There you go. So you can see. There we go. Right, up a little more. So yeah, you don't see what's under it. So now you can see it's in the rollover. I can go all the way up. So all I see is that one. That's a little easier to see, right? Oops. A little easier to visualize. Yeah. You gotta keep it that way. Now I can go all the way up. And I have it set up so you can see the jackpot of $285 million. We don't know the numbers, so I put rollover on there. That's the prior lottery. So we'll just put it right there so you just see one result. Keep it simple. And we're going to just go across to see the annuity payments. There's the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. The digits are a little smaller, just so I keep the columns not so big. And I don't do this very often. You see, 8 million 4, 8 million 9, 9 million 3, 9 million 8, 10 million, 10 million 8, 11 million 3, 11 million 9, 12 million 5. I mean, these are nice checks. The last payment is 17 million. That'd be the 30th payment. That would be 29 years and 1 day from the 27th, when that lottery occurs. If you were the single ticket holder, if there was more than one, you just take all these numbers and divide by 2. If there was another winner, yeah. So this is the proposed January 27th. I've got it scheduled out for all 29. You add it all across. The sum of all these numbers is 284,999.968. Because of rounding up and down, that last check, you have to add $32 to that last check, and then that'll turn out to be 285 million, which I can do. I think. Double tap it there. Oh yeah, mine. Let's take a look and see what that is. Okay, you would be. You actually be overpaid by $32. So I can go into this cell right here and say minus 32, hit the green arrow, bingo, now it's 0. And see, it's 285. So you add all the way across, your last check would be 17,656,790. And that would finish the state's requirement to pay you $285 million. Because you see, the jackpot is 285, and the sum of all the future cash flows adds up to 285 million. Every payment is 5% more than the payment before. So the magic to this calculation is the first payment. That one, right, that booger right there. Now if I double click it, look at the formula. That is rounded to the nearest. You see the last few digits there, it says -0. That means to the nearest dollar. And it looks like it's round down. If I just said 0, let's try this. Open it, louse it up. Let's try that. There you go. Now that's the nearest dollar. Let's see how that changes. It didn't change the final result. So instead of rounding down to the nearest dollar, we'll just round to the nearest dollar. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's 1.05 to the 30th power -1. And then that result is divided by 5%. Yeah. And then that is rounded to the nearest dollar. That's why you got triple brackets. And 1 plus 05 to the 30th power -1. And, you know, that is a little bit of beginning calculus. All right. Let me get out of there because you calculate that first payment, and then this is 5% more than that one. So those formulas going across are easy. I just don't want to have to reconstruct that again. That was a nasty formula. So this one I've actually taken out the $32. If I didn't do that, check mark. What do we get? $32. So you can see the lottery, $285 and $32, which is $32 too much. So they would reduce that final payment by $32 because of all the rounding that went on. Now, since they're paying you in dollars and cents, you wouldn't have this problem. But since I'm rounding to the nearest dollar, there's a $32 rounding error. But in actuality, the lottery officials would be paying you dollars and cents. So there wouldn't be a rounding error, except to the 10th of a penny. So it might be, up or down a couple of dollars, because they can't pay you a 10th of a penny. So if it was a half a penny or more, it rounds up. If it's, 0.49 pennies, it would round down. So that's because this calculation, that's what the lottery officials have to calculate too. We're both calculating it. I'm just not showing the pennies. God. Am I rounding here? Let's take a look. I am. I'm rounding down to the nearest dollar, yeah. That's why most of these results are positive overpayments. This is right on the nose. And this one's up $32. Anyway, that's how it goes. Yeah. I'm looking at all the formulas to see if, oh no, I have to look here. Yeah, that's 64 business. Let's get rid of that. There we go, that's $3, that's $32. Just have to look at that last payment. Oops. Oh my God. Check mark. There we go. That's good. Yeah, see, I subtracted 64 from this third one to make it 0. So it's never hit 0. It's gone as high as 112 too much, or as low as $41 not enough because of rounding. Yeah. So that's, see the difference between the net present value and the jackpot. Here. So it's, when you go through all, 29 payments, it's good to within $100 in most cases. It's 81 too much. You see all these lottery, $9 too much, 19 too much, 17, 41 too little, because it's all because of rounding errors. Yeah. Okay. Everything else looks okay. So now I'm going to go in and put those ball thingies in here for the June 20th. It's going to be a pain in the neck to do it. Let's do one. I'll show you one. I'm going to go to photos. And I'm going to go to that page. Let's see if I have December 30th. Do we have January? There's January 20 right there. So what I'm going to do is do a little expando here. For the 16th and the 20th. Let's do an expando. Print screen. There you go. And they're going to come right up here. I'm just going to save these numbers with the balls. Yeah, with a little margin on each side. Little margin top and bottom. That looks good, right? Yeah. Check mark. Save the photos. So now I'm going to go to photos. Oops. There we go. Library. I told you it was a little tedious. The bottom is at the bottom of the list. Here it is. I'm going to hit this right here where it says copy. Then I'm going to come over here. It's January 20th. That's this one right here. Erase it. And paste. There it is. Oh, it's a little gray. So I have to, let's see, how do I, I'm going to, yep, there we go. I have to go to the picture again. Need to brighten it up. So we brilliance. Turn that up a little bit. Contrast. Where's contrast? Turn that up a little bit. Color. So that yellow ball is really yellow. So now that would look better. So now I'm going to hit check mark that. Then I'm going to come up here with the 3 little dots. Hit copy. Go back to my spreadsheet, which is here. And paste it. Allow paste. How does that look? I don't like it. It's still not, I have to go back again. Not that. I need to hit the backspace. Back. There we go. Looks pretty good here. Contrast is up. That looks real white now, doesn't it? And turn that up so the circles are nice and dark. Alright, let's come over here. Brilliance. Whoa, let's check this. Exposure. Brighten that up a little. See, if you go too much, you lose the circles. And we want the circles. Yeah, that's almost too much. Mm-hmm. That looks good enough, hopefully. Copy. Back to the spreadsheet. In here. Paste. How's that look? All right. What do you guys think? Whoop. There you go. That's a little different, but acceptable. I'm going to work on that picture a little bit more. Edit it. Bingo, that's better. Copy it. Copy. Go back to the spreadsheet. I told you this was annoying. Paste. Allow paste. Why you keep asking me? There we go. So we see round circles. This one here shows the shading of the balls. I kind of like that, but I don't see. If we're going back here, I see it there. Let's go back to the history. The history of prior balls. Where it is. You see there's no shading on the balls here, yeah. When you're going back in history. the walls are just circles. Okay. So it's not that I didn't get the contrast or the brightness properly. There is no shading of these balls. There are circles with numbers in the middle. So that's the way it goes. I'll change out that one that has the shading of the ball. So, you got a yellow ball and you got white balls. That's as simple as that. Anyway, so that was January 20th, and we come right down here and we do the same thing with this one. Yeah. Pop it in there. Yeah. I could actually, this is what contrast. Too much contrast, you wipe out the ball. We have to increase the black as much as possible. And the brightness. I guess we just leave it at 0. This has no effect. So we'll leave it 0. I'm doing all of them at once. Be a little easier. This is highlights. Wiping out some of the zeros. I guess we'll leave that at 0. This is brilliance. See there, the background is a little bit dark. And the ball is about the same color as the background. Right about there. That's about it. 20th. So we haven't done the 16th yet, right? Print screen. Yeah. Check mark.
All right, bye-bye.
Save the photos. We're done. I'm done. We'll go to lunch, right?
Yeah, but I feel like I need a shower.
Yeah. 12. Whenever. 12:30, whenever you feel like it. Yeah, whenever you feel like it. We're, Charm City. It's the soft grand opening today, I think. guy's standing in front of the Waffle House in Oklahoma, maybe. I think he's in Oklahoma. He's right where all the pink is. They usually show you what city is in. Oh, it's Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's walking carefully. The streets are all icy. There's no cars on the road. Smart idea. Stay home. Yeah. Stay home. And since we're doing print screen, we might as well get this one. Here we go. This is live TV here, showing you how to check mark, save. Do the same thing here for the 9th. Yeah. Print screen.
Why do you want this?
Print screen. Get the picture. Yeah. Now that we have a little momentum, let's carry on. This is January 2nd. Okay. Now we go back to the where it says 222.33. Let's go here. 222.33. Now we'll go to the picture files. Not that one. We want all the little ones. That would be at the bottom of the list. 222.33. Here it is. It's this one. Bingo. Now I'm going to go up to the top and copy it. Go to the spreadsheet, touch it, and paste it. Allow paste. All right. Screw it. All right, 56 and 64 is in the middle there. Go back to the photos. All right, 56. There it is. Copy it. Spreadsheet. Paste it. There we go. I don't like it. I'll leave it alone for now. They're all different. I did a print screen on each of them, so. Okay. They're different sizes and different shades, and I'm touchy enough where that's not acceptable. All right, I'm going to end our Saturday morning broadcast of the results for last night anyway. I didn't like the way I edited the spreadsheet, so I'll have to, I'll go back to that off camera, if you don't mind. In the meantime, y'all have a great day. And if you don't hear from me tomorrow, have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday morning.